My name is Lee and I'm from Group 7, and now I'll be showing my part in this assignment. So every time the user launches the app, and it will run the auth page first. So in the auth page, it will check there is a data login. If there's data, it will identify is the user or admin based on the user ID in the Firebase database. And if the data found is the user, it will return to a navigation page, else return to the admin page. If there's no data found, it will return to the splash page. So in my emulator here, this is my splash page. We press the get started button and redirect us to the user login page. And if we want to create an account, we can press here, it will redirect us to the user register page. And admin can press here login as admin to the admin page. And now I'll be demoing register an account for user. And if the user does not enter anything, it will show the empty validation here. And now I'll be demoing the error message, error dialog. It will show the email is invalid if the user enter the email complete. And the password needed at least 6 characters. Error dialog. And every time the user register, it will save the username based on the email in our database. So let's register, and it will redirect us to the user navigation page here. And this is the name of the user, and I got created the navigation also done by me. And now I'll be showing the user profile. And this is the user profile. It have the email and name. The user can change their name here. I'll be showing the data. So the account that we just created just now, the register testing, yeah, Y1. And let's change the name. Name change. Okay. The name have changed and the profile also changed. Let's check the Firebase. The name already got saved in our database. Okay. So if the user want to log out, they can press here to log out. Okay. And now I'll be demo the weather API that I done. For example, I choose the Bali Beach. So at the Bali Beach here, we can see the weather API, the current weather, current temperature, and the humidity of the location. So at the weather class here, represent the weather data and has properties to store attributes such as name, temperature, conditional, and humidity. It provides from the JSON factory config to create a weather object from JSON data received from the weather API. And the weather service type, it handles communication with the weather API, provides the get weather data method that takes place as a parameter, and construct a URL with a place and API key to make an HTTP GET request. It receives response and check it. Is it successful and parse the JSON response. And it uses the from JSON factory constructor of the weather class to create a weather object from the parsed JSON data, and it will return weather object or throw an exception if the request was successful. So the weather view model, it acts as a bridge between the UI and the weather service. And it contains instance of the weather service and to fetch the weather data and store the fetched weather data in a weather object and provide a fetch weather method that takes the location as a parameter. It will call the get weather data to fetch the weather data and update the weather object with the fetch data and notifies any listeners about the changes using the notify listener. Now I'll be showing the user login part. So let's sign in. It will show the empty validation when we didn't enter anything. If our email is incorrect, it will show the error dialog. Email is incorrect. Okay, let's log in and it will redirect us to the navigation page. Okay, I have finished for the user login part. I'll be showing the admin login here. So after admin have logged in, it will redirect to the admin page. And at the admin profile, it will only show the email of the admin, and the admin cannot edit the email. Okay, I have finished my part.
My name is Qingxi. I'm doing the pages of the user part. So this is the home page of the user. And then there is 3 items in the navigation, which is home, explore, and schedule. So for the home page, for every page, it has an add bar on the top, which is hello and the name of the users. For home page, there is a category section, which is a scroll view, horizontal scroll view. So user can scroll to click on the categories they want, and it will redirect to the specific category destination listing. So for the home page, it will display a list of all the destination, and then they can click on the specific destination to view the details, including the thumbnail, the name, the address, the state and country, the review, and also the category. And when scroll down, it will have also the current time zone, current weather, the description, and then the address, opening hours, and contact. So they can also view the listing review made by other users. They can also create a review, for example. Okay, when we click on submit, so it will be submitted. And then if they want to add this destination to their trip, they can click on schedule. For example, they want to create a new trip, they can click on create a new trip, for example. And then bring sleeper, for example. And then they can choose the time range, the date range they want, for example, create. So it has been created. And then if they want to add this destination inside this trip, they can click inside to add, choose the date and time, for example. So it has been added to the trip just now. For example, add more trip, add more destination to the trip. So they can go to the schedule pages. It will show the list of all the trip that users created. So they can click on the trip and see the details, including the trip name, the trip description, and also the trip date range. So it will show the itinerary of the trip in a timeline view, including the date and the time of each destination, and also the icon. So they can click on, for example, that we created just now. They can click on, for example, edit. They can change the time. They can also click on delete to delete the destination. And for example, if they want to edit they can also edit and then save changes, and the changes have been saved. For the explore page, they can click on the country filter to choose. For example, they want to go Singapore, so it will show only the Singapore. And then they can also, for example, they want to eat rice. They enter. It will show only the rice. So they can also click on the cross to delete the filter and to clear the search keyword. That's all for my part. So the the review that we added just now is as displayed here, and then the trip that we created just now has also been added, which is here, Hat Yai trip and Prince Slipper, okay? And then the destination that we added inside this trip is also been created here. For example, if they want to delete the trip, they can also click on delete and click OK, so the trip has been deleted. So, so these apps allow users to browse and search the destination they want quickly and easily, and using the search and get a country filter, and also allow them to plan their trip accurately, especially the address and the opening hours. And then the weather also help them to make necessary adjustment to their itinerary and prepare the suitable clothing and accessories according based on the current weather to ensure their trip is comfortable. And the time zone also help to prevent any confusion or miss something due to the time differences. And the itinerary can help them to visualize the timeline of the trip, which group and sort by the date and time clearly. We're using the cloud storage, which is Firebase real-time database to store our data. So I'm going to explaining about the source code of the user part. For the homepage, the category part, all the category is stored in a list of category model, and this is the category model. It will show a list of category image widget based on the category list data. For all the pages that showing the destination listing are using this file. In order to display the listing in the real time, I'm using Firebase animated list widget. First, it will create the query here, and then it will apply the filter choose by user, and then it will put the query into the Firebase animated list. The snapshot value will then be converted into the map, and then the key of the destination will be passed into this future builder, this function which is in the future builder to calculate the average rating of the specific destination. It will actually look through all the review to calculate the average rating and return the value back. For the destination listing, it will return a destination card, which is a single item in the destination listing. And then in the destination card, each destination card have a on tap. So for this on tap, it will fetch destination data and current weather, current time zone, based on the key, state, and country. And there's a model, destination model, a service, and also a view model for retrieve, which is used to retrieve the single destination data from the Firebase real-time database. So from the in the card, it will actually trigger the model to fetch to call the function for the Firebase service to get the data from the database. And then the data will be assigned into the variable, and then the notify listener will notify that the destination data has been updated. After user tap the card, it will redirect to the destination detail page, and it will actually get the data from the destination view bundle, which is in the destination variable. For the bottom sheet, it is actually made up of a list tile of the create new trip and also the Firebase animated list. And when we click on the create new trip, it will go to the trip form, which is this, and it has a validation for the forms to check whether it is empty. So else it will show the this field is required, the error message. And then if the user click on the create and the name and the date is valid because it is required field, so it will insert the new trip into the database, which is here. And then this form, if this form is a edit mode, so it will update the database. Create create or edit is sharing the same form. If it is edit, then user will the system will need to pass the old value inside, which is here, else it will display the default it will display the empty value. For the on tab of each list, it will pop up which is here on tab, it will pop out an alert schedule form, which is this alert dialog. This alert dialog will also validate the user input to check whether it is empty. If it is okay, then it will insert into the database. And same, if it is edit mode, then it will update in the database, because this form will also be pop up in the trip itinerary. If user want to edit, it is sharing the same form. So for the trip itinerary, the trip details will contain all the itinerary, which is here. After the system get the trip details, it will actually add all the widget inside this list. First, it will first add the trip name and the note, and then it will actually convert the itinerary to the list, because when we get the trip details, there is these trip details contain all the itinerary, so it convert it to the list and then store the itinerary, the key of the itinerary, which is the destination lah. Store the key inside here first, and then it assign the keys for each itinerary in item in the list. Assign the key for the itinerary item in the list. After that, it will sort all the date and time accordingly based on ascending order. And then after all sorting and formatting the variable so that we can show properly and correctly show the data later. And then it will check whether is it a new day. If, for example, if this is a new day, then it will add this row to display the new date. And then it will add the list, which is the single item, itinerary item. And then finally, it will return a list of all these itinerary item, which is a list storing every widget. That's all for my part. Thank you.
My name is Teo Wei Jie. So today I want to talk about the part that I contribute to this assignment. So most of my part will be covering the admin section. So this is the admin page, which consists of the navigation bar using the Google Navbar package. So these are the pages that I want to display from the navigation bar, and the field rectangle method is and the colors is set to primary from the color file that I created using the primary value. And this is to track the current selected index of the navigation. And I use the on tab change and set state method to update the selected index, the index number of the current page, so that the page will update. And this is the dashboard page, and it shows the total destinations and total amount of user created and user scheduled trips from the database. And for the total destination, all the three methods I use the init state method to call, so that all the three functions will be called immediately before the widget build is run. And to get the data of the current number in the database, I point the database to the destination webs for the destination count method using the length method to retrieve the current numbers. And this is the get user count method and get schedule count. And the data is displayed using the $sign in the text section. So this is the list of destination page. Our admin can view the list of available destination, and there's also floating action button. So clicking this button will redirect admin to the add destination page. And clicking this card will bring admin to detailed destination page for more detailed information. And this is the route name, and this is the data Firebase database I point to destination. And I'm using the Firebase animated list to display the value in card view with text, the name of the destination, the category, and also the state and country. So after admin add quick new button, they will go to the add destination page. So admin can select image, it will bring up the file picker, and admin can choose any image. For example, this image will show a preview of this page. So the preview of the image is from here, and this is the image that I wanted to display after user selected the image pick file part. So this is the pick file, to set state so that the selected file will be refreshed using the file picker package. And for the image, the URL download, which is to get the current download URL that will be inserted into database later using the upload file method after user click the create destination. And the files will be stored in the location of the path. This is a folder and this is the name of the image. So the category, for example, admin pick entertainment category, will be updated with the entertainment category. So admin has to enter the destination name, address, contact number, and description. And also user can pick the opening hours, for example 8 AM using the time picker dialog, and 9 PM for the closing time. And user can pick the selected country using the CSR picker package, for example Singapore, and also state. And after user click the create destination icon, all the data will be inserted into database using insert data function, which I declare here, and also the image using the upload file method. So click the create destination, it will show the edit successful from the toast message. And the data will be inserted into destination child using the push method. After create, it will appear the text field, and also the image will become null. So we can go back, we will use the navigator pop to go back to previous page. So it will show the more detailed info like category, country and state, address, opening hours and closing hours, contact numbers and description. And the time details is using the time abstract API. And this is the function of the time zone to display the data, the current date time, time location and Greenwich Mean Time. And this is my API key, which I get from my account, the primary key. And this is the URL to get the JSON format of the data using the country value from my details page. The country is Singapore. So to pass the API key to the URL, if it's successful pass the data, we will get the data from the JSON format to object into this string value. So this is the coding of the page. This is the get the time zone function call. To edit the details, admin can select the edit button to edit the details. For example, they change the name into this name and choose the different category into natural, and I change the address and also the country, for example Albania, and the state, and also pick a new time for the. So after user add the update button, all the details will be updated, and this is the update data function to update the value. So after user click update, we will show a flutter message says that the destination is updated. So after destination updated, the value of in the Firebase real-time database will also be updated. This is the updated data and the current time for the Albania country. So if user wish to delete the button, I can press the delete button. After click delete, the destination will be deleted and it will be deleted from the real-time database. This is the delete function with a dialog box, and it delete using the remove method to delete the current destination from the database. Thank you.